Prajakta Borse Gupta, sports and clinical nutritionist, yoga, meditation and fitness expert. As we all know, today's women is playing different role in the society. She's a homemaker or she's an entrepreneur. She's also taking care of the kids and work. So definitely many women do feel hormonal imbalances at different stage of their life. There could be some kind of an underlying lifestyle disorders. Many a times they get mood swings or they get anxious, they get angry, they get aggressive, they find they are undergoing symptoms of depression, but they don't know whom to talk to and whom to vent out to. Definitely we have gorgeous Gauri Raut with us, who is a clinical psychologist, and she is working in this field for more than 19 years. She has done CBT, that is cognitive behavioral therapy, and also she is working in LH Hiranandani Hospital, as well as she has her private clinic at Andheri West. So any of the women, or you have your wife in the house, or girlfriend, your other friends, or your mom or your sister, anyone who needs any help pertaining to hormonal imbalance, definitely they can speak to her and she will be at her. Definitely we are in the lockdown period and we want to stay at home, so she is available also on a video call, and you can call her, you can take a systematic appointment. She is going to mention her contact number as well. So my dear friends, my all the viewers, I will start asking her the questions, but you also may have few questions, and definitely when I upload this video you can ask this in the comment section. So Gauri, I invite you in this show, and I've been calling many medical professionals, and they do come, they give their very valuable guidelines. There could be we had gastroenterologists, we had diabetologists, we had many certain medical professionals coming to us, and we have very wonderful clinical psychologists today. So our today's guest speaker is with us. She is looking pretty, she's looking gorgeous, and I definitely feel it's because she knows fundamentals and she knows that technique, and she has that magical stick with her when she knows how to control stress. So that's why we can see her very beautiful, because I feel that your face is a mirror image of what you feel inside. You need to feel very good about you. You need to have a great figure, that you look good and you are beautiful always. So my all dear friends, let's listen to what Gauri has to say. So Gauri, tell me, what is the role of clinical psychologist? Many people feel that they have some kind of a brain issue, they have some mental illnesses, then only they need to visit you. But can you just guide us when you can be at help to us?
Firstly, thank you, Prajakta, for the kind words. Yes, there is. You are asking me about the role of psychologists,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Or why there is need, or where there is increased amount of anxiety and depression, is because owing to the competition that I mean, even a 5-year-old has huge deal of competition. So from 5 years to the later ages, there's a lot of need to prove, need to be good, and all this need to look good. If we go through social media, we have posts from different people, and then we get hassled whether I'm looking good or no. And then that whole obsession to lose weight and all that happens. So there is a huge deal of competition. The mindset of people needs to be, changed. And with regards to mental health as such, I would always say that it is not just not having depression or anxiety. It's about being mentally able to manage your emotions and emotions of others, to be mentally fit. It's not like I don't have mental illness, so I am mentally fine. You can't say that. Okay, you need to be mentally stable, wherein you are able to deal with your own emotions. Correct. And manage them.
Correct.
Yeah, and manage as that comes your way.
Very right, very rightly said, ma'am. Gauri, just tell us what all these symptoms that women should get alert to, or these are like highlights wherein they should come to you, or they should go to gynec or seek medical help, because many of times that happens, that they find it's mood swings, which is very normal. They get delayed menses, which is also very normal, and they are just not understanding that it could be because of the simple reason, stress. So, what are these simple symptoms in day to day life that they need to literally pay attention to?
Yeah. So see, if we are talking about hormonal changes, now with regards to females, right from teens to the time you reach your menopause, okay, so a female has to go through a cycle of what you say hormonal changes that keep happening, and that leads to havoc in the mood also, because the seat of the emotion, okay, which is the hypothalamus, and the pituitary and the hypothalamus axis is close. Obviously your hormone regulation can lead to mood changes.
Correct.
What you need to, for the first thing that you need to do is visit a physician, okay?
Correct. Correct.
A physician or a gynaec to understand where you stand with regards to your hormonal imbalance.
Correct.
Okay, whether there are contributing factors, and even if you go to these doctors, they will always tell you to manage your stress along with whatever treatment that they give. Okay, so stress can contribute, or stress is not the sole factor for hormonal imbalance, but it definitely can worsen your existing hormonal issue that you're having.
Correct.
Whether it is PCOD, or whether it is thyroid, or whether it is even sugar as a problem, or hypertension. The mind and body is connected.
Correct.
So if there are issues with the mind, it is going to get reflected on the body.
Correct.
As simple as that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Gauri, we have a question coming wherein a person is asking that early menopause, is it a real problem today?
Early menopause is not a problem, but it is becoming common these days. Earlier, when we thought of menopause, or when we spoke of menopause, we could think of a lady who's in 50s. Now menopause is coming as early as 40s also, and the reasons are, of course, the stress. I mean, females, nowadays, I mean, I wouldn't say this is right or wrong. They are very career oriented.
Correct.
So the promotion at work, or a better opportunity, career related, will not wait. What waits is the pregnancy.
Correct.
They can hold on to the pregnancy, right? So obviously, because of that, you go in for artificial, help with regards to you have fertility issues.
Correct.
Then you will go to a clinic to get treatment, and because of all this, also early menopause is happening.
Correct.
To answer your question, that is it a worry? It is a worry in terms of, because there is loss of calcium and all that bone loss, muscle loss that happens. So that way it is a concern. So you need to again visit a gynaec or a physician, start on your calcium supplements, and also your role, Prajakta, wherein your nutrition and exercising has to be. So then it is not a huge, it's basically a change that you need to adapt to.
Correct. So, my dear viewers, that means we need to take care of our health. We need to eat good. We need to eat healthy food. We need to do some yogas, any kind of an activity or exercise. Now, since we are in the lockdown, we can't literally go out, and it is not feasible that every one of us can work out, even in the gyms, right? So in today's scenario, definitely find out some good exercises, homebound exercises, which you can definitely get into and make it as a routine, which can help you to get rid of stress, because exercise induced hormones will definitely help you to reduce the wrinkles and the fine lines and the laugh lines, and also you will get rid of those muffin tops, and definitely you will be in a good figure. I can see Gauri Raut looking very gorgeous, and definitely I want to ask more and more questions that what is that secret behind it, because you need to be beautiful inside to look beautiful outside, right? Doctor, so definitely tell us that what is a treatment or a guidelines for PCOD, which is very, very common today.
Guidelines for PCOD, if there is stress, as I said earlier, stress can worsen your PCOD. Okay, with PCOD you have issues with your weight, you find it difficult to lose weight, and if there is any existing stress, like for example you have any toxic people in your life, okay, or you have if the girl is young and she has issues with her academics, or any relationship problem, so that needs to be resolved. Guidelines would be sorted out first with the medical professional. And if you are stressed out, if there are any conflicts that, internal conflicts that you have, then resolve that with a mental health professional. See, there is no need to get hassled when you have to talk to a psychologist.
Correct.
Because it is not a sign of weakness.
Correct.
Okay. You can always talk to your friends, but talking to a psychologist and talking to a friend are two different things.
Yes,
right?
Correct.
A psychologist is a person who will give you a non-judgmental kind of a, support and help you scientifically. Of course, we are talking about behavioral science. Scientifically help you to deal with your thoughts and your emotions.
Correct.
Okay, so
Correct.
there are ways or with which we help patients. Like you spoke about cognitive behavior therapy. It is all about, in nutshell, cognitive behavior therapy helps you to work on your thoughts. Thoughts are worked on, so your feelings are in place, and so is the behavior.
Yes.
So there are certain techniques that are taught to the patient.
Yes.
Yeah.
My all dear viewers, do you know what is the best curve on your face? And that is your smile. So definitely I think you need to keep smiling bright, and for that reason you have to be stress free, so that comes naturally on your face. You need not literally bring that fake smile on your face. So Gauri, tell me, is it going to literally affect the personality of the person also? If you're going to be having an hormonal imbalance or you're stressed, is it going to literally affect your personality and confidence?
Personality, I wouldn't say, but see, your personality is formed when you, the transition phase from your teens to your adulthood. That is the time your personality is formed.
Correct.
Around that time, you have had some traumatic episodes in your life, and that time you also, like, for example, child abuse is there. Now, we are talking about females today. Females are more susceptible to child abuse, and we have seen that some girls who are obese have had, not all, but have had some history of child abuse. So they want to gain weight and they want to be fat. Now, being fat is not considered as ugly, but they think that if I am fat, no men can touch me. So if there are any conflicting issues, those need to be looked on or resolved, wherein you revisit the childhood and understand if there are any issues there and then resolve them.
Correct. Gauri, please tell me, this is going to be very sensitive topic again, that many of the women, in fact there is a lot of peer pressure, they have faulty image of themselves, and they find themselves very fatty at times, and then from there eating disorders erupt. In terms of many patients that I deal with, wherein they have bulimia nervosa, they have anxiety related disorders, they eat, they do the binge eating, and then with the guilt they need to purge it off so that they can maintain their weight. In that they have a lot of acidity, peptic ulcers, it is shown on their face, and they get into alcohol, smoking, they get into some faulty habits, like they would add a lot of sugar in their diet so that they feel good in terms of their own image, and then they purge it off. So they feel that it is they feel psychologically better when they have too much of coffee, too much of chocolates, and then there is a lot of guilt, and then they need to take it out from their body. What do you want to say about it?
So what you're talking about, the eating disorders, of course it requires therapeutic assistance. Okay. Even in terms of maybe some amount of medication. I mean, psychologists don't prescribe medication, but medication along with some therapy, supportive counseling therapy, helps these cases, because they eat, as you said, they eat and then they purge because they feel guilty for eating whatever they did. But we need to understand why is this disorder, where is this coming from? What is the root cause of it? And then helping the patient to strike a healthy relationship with food. You need to have a healthy relationship with food, and I often say nutrition. I don't say diet, because when you talk about diet, it is like it is putting in restrictions.
Correct.
Like I am dieting.
Some fad eating pattern. Yeah.
Rather than diet, we should change the word to nutrition. So eat, and it has lots to do with the social media also. where this whole fat shaming thing business comes up.
Yeah,
So
body shaming. Yeah.
Losing weight is important for your health, not for the appearance part of it.
Correct.
Because if you're overweight, definitely you're going to have a lot of health concerns.
Yes.
So for that you need to lose weight and be of a certain BMI.
Yes.
Which of course Prajakta is is an expert in nutrition who can help us understand. But what I'm saying is, we need to change as a society also. Somewhere, there's fat shaming,
social taboo
of
body shaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. There is a lot of peer pressure, and few female that I have seen, they are completely obsessed with their own bodies, or they do a lot of comparison, and also they need to sometimes there is a lot of internal conflict in terms of how much she can work, how much beautiful she looks, how much she has shopped. In various terms, I would see today's women, they find themselves as a superwoman. And when we were talking in earlier, video, you have given a really good explanation about the definition of superwoman. Can you please explain it to us? What do you feel?
Yeah. So nowadays, people, females want to be a superwoman. It is called as a superwoman syndrome.
Yeah.
It's absolutely all right to do a lot of things, but you should not do it to prove something to somebody.
Yes.
Do it because you get pleasure out of it.
Yes.
Or
correct.
And you have to take a little space. You can't do more than what you can handle, right?
Correct.
That's like going overboard.
Correct.
Somewhere you are at Athens, so don't be a superwoman. Just be your normal self.
Correct.
Okay, there is no need to have a superwoman kind of a tag on you. That's what, and I think what you said earlier about the peer pressure and no confidence
Too much
in
of
yourself.
it. Yeah.
That comes up is largely to do with your early childhood experiences. So if you're growing up time, if there is any kind of bullying or the messages that you got from your family and friends, she is not good for anything. She is, she doesn't look good, or she's fat. So all these things make a person to have some strong beliefs about themselves, that I am not good enough, I am not worth something. So
correct.
Whatever situation that happens, now if there is a breakup, if a girl has a belief about herself that I am not good enough, and if there is a breakup that happens, she will reinforce that belief about herself. That yes, this breakup happened because I am not good enough.
Correct.
So these beliefs make you have thoughts, and then you end up feeling evil about yourself.
Correct.
Yeah.
Gauri, please tell us, there are two, Gauri, we have a lot of questions coming from our viewers, and first one is, when a girl gets, when starts her menarche, or when she gets into a puberty phase, so what is a care the family should take? And there is of course, today all girls, you would see that they are very much on the social media, and there's always a knowledge flowing, but sometimes there is a bad knowledge, or I would say there is wrong knowledge also, which is telecasted. So definitely, what is a care that we need to take as a family at that time?
See, if you look at this time, girls are very much aware. There is a lot of education that is provided in the school also, even about touch and bad touch. So nowadays, kids are pretty much aware of what is happening. But yes, this is it's a transition. It's a different thing that is happening to you. Okay, so a girl will go through a lot of emotional problems. So as family, what you need to do is be around. And it doesn't happen overnight. Okay, let me tell you, Prajakta, it will not happen overnight. You need to have that relationship with your child. Such a relationship that the child feels comfortable sharing anything that happens, even wrong things that happen. He feels comfortable that he can come and talk to you as a parent. So this to be done from the beginning. That we call as emotional sharing. So if I share my emotions with my child, who is maybe small, but he knows that if a mother can talk about how her day was and she needs little time off now, she is not emotionally fine. That's when the kid will will also feel comfortable sharing what he or she is going later on.
Correct. So second question coming to us is what is postpartum trauma or what is post-pregnancy trauma? There are a lot of female today who find it very difficult to understand that there will be a weight gain, and after pregnancy, yes, of course they can lose their weight again, they can get back to their shape, they feel that they will get shapeless, and that's a different phase of life. It's a lovely journey of motherhood. So please tell me something about it.
See, when we have so many celebrities who are talking about, their weight loss post-pregnancy in 45 days, in the gym and, doing workouts and all that, people get influenced and get affected by this. But what is, you have to understand your own body and do things accordingly. I mean, it is not difficult to lose weight post-pregnancy, right? And pregnancy is not only about losing weight. Pregnancy will lead to changes in a female's body from head to toe. Right from her head, everything. So one needs to be mentally prepared and accept those changes, so that motherhood you are enjoying. And you're talking about trauma or postpartum depression, that is a clinical condition which needs to be treated clinically. Okay, so the lady finds it very difficult to connect with the child when the child is born. She develops a negative feeling towards the child, that she'll hurt the child or she wants to hurt the child. Then I think a psychiatrist needs to be approached and she needs to be treated for postpartum depression. But if you're talking about being shapeless after pregnancy, this is something that a lady has to work on before she gets pregnant and enjoy the motherhood phase and go through it. And then later on, of course, after 6 months down the line, she can start exercising, finding time for herself. Suddenly what happens, once you have a child, you feel totally, you are responsible, obviously. Okay, and you feel tied up. Your entire life changes, within a flash once the baby is born. So sometimes females, maybe they don't get into postpartum depression, but they suddenly feel down. How am I supposed to take care of this little baby? Then sleep deprivation, that happens because of feeding and all that, which you have to do. So I think firstly, getting through that phase, 6-7 months, giving yourself good one year's time, and then getting back to your routine. It is not difficult to lose weight. Correct. But having fear and having negative thoughts about it is something that
is going to be hazardous. Very valuable information, Gauri, and this is like need of the era. Every woman and every male person also in the family needs to be very sensitive when it comes to dealing with the mood swings and dealing with the different phases that a woman go. Gauri, please tell us, how to handle post-menopausal syndrome, or there is again a transition wherein, once your menstrual cycle is going to stop forever, there is a biologic clock. So definitely women undergo again a drastic change. So and of course at that particular stage, most of the women probably would be 45 at least, or few of them would be taking a VRS, or they would be ending with their maybe they would be at the stage of retirement. So again their kids also will be like grown up enough so that they would be taking care of themselves. There is a kind of a hollow or a vacuum which comes. For example, a lot of women, they find that they've devoted their whole life to their kids, to their family, to their husband, and then suddenly they lose their identity, and they stop taking care of their passion or hobbies or interests, and they just take care of others' hobbies, and they just keep working towards it. So what guidelines you want to give it to these women?
Yeah, as you rightly pointed out, some females, especially when they become mothers, their entire life revolves around the family and the kids, and taking out time for themselves is like, they feel guilty. So everything comes before their own self. I think that has to, they need to, as soon as the kid is born also, find time to detach and do things for yourself, because
Correct.
suddenly, as you're talking about menopause, it hits you when you are, your kids may be in teens, okay, and the mother who is all the time around the child and has never looked at her own self, her own hobbies. Suddenly she may feel, now there is huge, as you said, huge deal of vacuum. What do I do?
Correct.
So pursuing thing even before you get into, see, menopause can hit you after 2 years. The pre-menopause symptoms may start even 2 years before you actually get menopause. I think that is the time when you need to, set out some time for yourself, exercising, doing bit of meditation, and of course the supplements also, which whether you can go to a nutritionist or also going to a physician and understanding what all supplements you need to take. Correct. And ensuring proper nutritious diet. All these things help. And of course, for the vacuum that you have, you need to keep yourself occupied in something, find some purpose in life, and that's the way you go about it.
Yes, yes.
I mean, just a phase in your life.
I think you need to just love yourself and have your own identity. That is so important. Being a women entrepreneur and having my brand Revival NutriSpirit and working really hard for it, taking care of my family, taking care of all the responsibilities. Of course, all our women like me must be undergoing different mood swings. Definitely, we all undergo stress and anxiety, but we should know how to overcome it. And if at all it is chronic, definitely we need to find a way to get back to Gauri and clinical psychologist or psychotherapist and vent it out, speak to them. There is nothing wrong about it. Just kill that social taboo that if you're going to the clinical psychologist, there is some mental disorder that you have. Before it gets worsened, definitely take care of yourself. Your body is your temple and you need to eat good. You need to eat some healthy food according to your blood group, according to your birth date, according to your body frame. Every person is different, so everyone requires customized care, everyone requires customized treatment, and that's so necessary. Gauri, we will definitely get back to you. Please mention your contact number here in the video, so that please say something about your clinic so they can get back to you, and definitely they can take a systematic appointment. I really wish to thank Gauri because she has given her very precious time.
Females. So one takeaway message for females from my end, being also a female and a working professional. Currently I'm doing video sessions with patients, managing the house in the in this pandemic that we are caught up in. The only message that I would tell females is find time for yourself, okay? And that time, it's not that every time, there's a lot of buzz about you need to develop some skill, you need to do, you need to productively, constructively use your time. That is okay. But at times, you don't want to do anything, and that is also fine. You just want to just do nothing, just sit in the bed, just look outside the window, do nothing, but do that. Do something that will make you happy, even if it's just sitting on the bed for half an hour, I mean,
wow,
that is what I would
feels
say.
so
Because
good.
at that time, the superwoman thing, we want to do everything. I mean, where is the time to look at ourselves, So I think that that is the thing I would tell all the females,
Okay.
especially.
Thank you so much, Gauri, for coming here and giving us very valuable information. I really wish you all the best for your journey in this field, and also want to tell you that please stay safe and do take care. And of course, our viewers will be asking so many questions, so definitely we will get back to you. And as you have responded us so well, we are looking forward for more such videos from you. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for inviting me, having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you.